Oh, yeah, everybody. What is up? Is your boy E-Man from the Average Joe Sports Network, bringing you this year's 2024 Midtown Brigade Draft Recap. And, of course, joining me, just like last year, we're making this a tradition, Frank
Love
the
it.
Tank, baby. Proud owner of Team Galamat on Wednesday. What's up, Frank?
How's it going, buddy?
What's going on, man? Shit, man. Thanks for joining on, man.
Pumped for my first redraft draft yesterday this year.
Okay.
12 hole wasn't easy, but I did my best, and I'm excited for the season to get going soon. So
This is pretty awesome, man. We actually did a little earlier than we're kind of accustomed to, right? 18.
well, we got some scheduling complications in our family. Thank you guys for making it happen yesterday.
Oh, good, man. You know what I'm saying? I got plenty of wide receivers, baby. We're going to talk about it a little later. So, I'm ready for the injuries. You know what I'm saying? I don't know about running backs, but yeah. So listen, we're going to do this like we did this last year. We're going to hit this recap team by team and give you our takes, right? And our reactions on each particular team. And I know Frank just left the room. He probably had to take a piss, but it's okay. We could get start going. And yeah, man, we're about to get busy.
You gotta give him that hawk too and spit on that thing. You get me?
All right, Frank. Thanks for coming back, buddy. Let's start with Team Brigade, man. He was the 7th pick of the draft. As you all know, let me give a little background here. It's a 12-team league, full PPR. All right, and that's pretty much it. You know what I mean? It's a year that we've been playing together now and going on a shitload of years. I can't remember, probably 14 years or 15. I think it's been around since 09. So, but yeah, Team Bring It. What do you think of his first pick, Justin Jefferson? Pretty much exactly what you had to do, right? If Jefferson was available. Frank, you're muted. Check your phone. What happened, Frank? You're muted. Go ahead. I don't know what happened, bro. You were fine. I was listening to you fine a little while ago. Do me a favor. Go back in and out. Come back in. Come back in. All right. In the meantime, while Frank has his technical difficulties in check here, Justin Jefferson. We're gonna get to CeeDee Lamb when you get to me, who dropped all the way to the 8th pick, and Team Brinker was thinking about it. Team Brinker was thinking about picking up CeeDee, who actually fell on there. All right, Frank, where you at? There you go. There you go. I don't know what you did, man. You hit something, but you're good.
My headset died, so
okay.
I guess turning that off messed up everything.
Okay, don't worry about it, man. You're good to go, man. I was saying that Jefferson, first pick by Team Bring It, who got a high score, by the way, in his grade. Shocked that he let CeeDee fall past him, to me, as the 8th pick, but we'll get to that when we go that. Solid pick. Jefferson is going to be the #1 target in Minnesota. There's, no secret. It doesn't matter who's throwing him the football.
You'd like to think it wouldn't matter, but, I have a little concern. Darnold's completion percentage is pretty low. Addison's now hurt. They don't have Hawkinson. They have Aaron Jones back there now, who's on my team, but I kind of got forced into taking him. But things aren't as rosy as they used to be for Jefferson just a year ago. I don't know how he took him over Lamb. I don't know how Lamb was there for him to even consider. But Jefferson, if he plays all 17 games, he's going to be top 5 receiver.
Absolutely. Look,
probably no matter what.
He had big games with, the Pastronaut, Dobbs throwing the football to him last year. And then I think Mullins was the other one. So I think he's
balling out.
Yeah, he's got to get the target.
It might be better for him if Mullins ends up being the quarterback and not Darnold.
Oh, dude, he's got to get all the targets. I think everybody's just going to target his ass, dude. This is going to be a barrage.
He's going to have a lot more traffic his way, from the defense.
Round 2, Kyren Williams. And
my boy.
Yeah, it's your boy, man. Kyren Williams broke out last year unexpectedly. And, this year, let's see if he can kind of get that glory back. I think it's going to be difficult. I think they drafted Blake Corum as well. So might have a little bit of, I don't know if that's going to be the running back of the future or not, but let's see what happens there. It's a very light after the 2nd round running back class. You know what I'm saying? Not a lot of studs after the 2nd round. Davante Adams. I love this pick because even though I knew Gardner Minshew was going to get going to be the starting quarterback for that team. It was not going to be.
He threw so many targets to Pittman last year.
Exactly.
Why Adams would be different.
Adams, I think even more so because Adam is, I think, still better than Pittman at his age. And we saw
no
that.
doubt. No doubt.
Yeah. Sam Laporta, I am shocked he went this early with Sam Laporta. I don't think Laporta is going to have that great of a year. I think he's still going to be a solid top 10 tight end. I don't know. What do you think? You think he overreached here a little early for this?
It's interesting. I had the chance to take Laporta at 36, 37. And I decided to go with Josh Allen. And then I felt like maybe I could steal a tight end a few rounds later. And I went with Metcalf. But I was certainly considering Laporta. And if I didn't have Gibbs, I'd probably draft him. So I think Jamil got a little value on him.
Okay.
He went a little later than I think his ranking. If he comes close to last year's numbers, he won't be sad that he has him.
If he comes to last year's numbers and does the same exact numbers, yeah, he definitely got. He's definitely.
I'm saying close, even if he's close.
Yeah,
I don't know if he's going to get 10 TDs again.
No, that's tough.
The catches and the yards will be there. They score a lot of points, so 6 to 8 TDs. He'd still be a very high-end tight end.
Yes, way above the average tight end, which,
yes,
if you get lucky with 10 points from a no-name tight end, your day is made. You know what I mean? When it comes to that position. But Laporta is more like I think he should stay along 12 to 14 points a game. DeAndre Swift, again, it's one of those things that whatever running back is available, whatever strategy you're playing, this is what you're going to find in these rounds. Kind of like a wash, risk well taken.
Well, it's interesting. I have it here. DeAndre Swift, pick 55. Zamir White picks 56, and Mark Andrews picked 57, all right next to each other.
Yep.
Pretty interesting that, there was the value at tight end like that. And you guys, because you needed them, were taking RBs like this instead. And good little group there.
No, yeah. I mean, look, I was got to go Swift or Zamir. I think Zamir may have a little more upside because, year 2. As opposed to DeAndre with the miles and the injuries. That's the only reason why I'm going with Zamir. Again, it's at this point, I think now we are in a weak running back class. 50-50 ball is what I'm seeing right now when it comes to running back. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Yeah. Man, look, your boy from last year, Joey Burrow, baby. Joey Money, baby. Joe Shiesty.
I was not going back to that well. Jamil, good luck.
Listen, you do have to have that concern of the injuries, right? Because it's been 2 out of 3 seasons or 2 out of 4.
He doesn't run, and everyone wants to. I got to have a running quarterback. Got to have a running quarterback now in fantasy. So like Burrow falls into that other group that doesn't run. Will he be the best of the pocket passers? I mean, he could be, but I wasn't touching him again this year. He fucked my whole year up last year.
Yep. And now I like Pickens. I
love Pickens.
So Jamil sniped Pickens from me. I was eyeing him in this round, regardless, because if Pickens was available, I was going to pass on another running back, right? But I love Pickens because he is the number.
Pickens as your 4.
Yes, Pickens. Yeah, so it would have been. Yeah, it would have been. First, I would have gone ham on. I'm telling you, man, I was going ham on wide receivers. But Pickens is such a good pick for him as well, because I mean, he is your flex. He could be your flex player. He's your flex player. And
I wish Pickens was my flex.
Shit, man, he's good. Listen, number 1 receiver this year. It doesn't matter who's throwing the football. It's going to be whoever's behind center, whether it's Wilson or Justin Fields, is going to be better than Kenny Pickett 1,000%. You know what I mean?
I was eyeing a receiver hard in that round, and I was a few picks after these picks. I was dying for Pickens or Dell. Oh my god,
me too, man. Yeah, absolutely. We got to touch Dell in the next one, but you're right. It's just the way it falls, man. Austin Eckler, I like this pick, right? Because at this point now you're picking backups and hopefully number 2s or big committees where guys are going to split runs, right? Austin Eckler, I think it's going to have a lot of playing time. I think Austin Eckler is, he's a good PPR running back, not the Austin Eckler old.
This pick made no sense to me.
You don't think so?
I'm pretty sure Jamil's a big Brian Robinson fan, is he not?
No, I don't know. I don't think he's a big Brian. No, he's not. It's not. He went Eckler because
I got him to somebody else.
No, it's not Brian. No, I had Brian Robinson last year, and I was not going to touch him. I was going to go Eckler instead of Robinson.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, because PPR, you know what I mean? And your rookie quarterback, I think you're going to have Eckler involved a lot in the dump down game. Because that's the only thing he was relevant with last year.
Robinson's no bum as a receiver either.
But he doesn't catch as much as Eckler. Remember last year?
No, he definitely doesn't.
Yeah, the pass catching guy last year was Gibson, who's no longer there. So I think Eckler is it's better than Gibson in my book. So I think you're gonna
that'll be interesting to see how that works out.
This is a risk that you got to take. After this, right now,
in round 8. I mean,
round 9 through the 16th. Look, let's pick. I'll pick one guy that I think it's a sleeper here and a possible flyer that may pop. and I want you to do the same. I'll let you go first. Out of all these picks in round 9,
Jamil's team.
Yes, on Jamil's team.
What player is like, you know,
who you think is going to be a sleeper?
Pop?
Yeah, my pop. Yeah, a sleeper. You know, somebody. I mean, he's not going to number 1, but he's going to give you like good bench strength where you might be able to stream or
I want to
if
say
you get
Palmer,
injured.
Joshua Palmer for the Chargers.
I like that pick. At 151, dude, in the 13th round.
I mean, they don't have anybody else really. They have Chark and they have that rookie.
And Quinton,
McConkey's, you know, maybe going to be the number 1, but
maybe
he's a rookie. Palmer at least knows the offense. I think he'll get good returns on Palmer at that spot.
Here, you know who else I like out of this one? I honestly like, I don't know. So Jared Jeudy might have his best year of his career, and that's saying a lot because you got the Predator, Deshaun Watson throwing the football to him, and he hasn't shown well, but I think he'll have more protection with Amari Cooper there. So I think he might have a decent year, maybe his best year as a pro. Probably it's hard to say he's the best. Is Deshaun Watson the best quarterback he's ever played with? Think about it. Right? Russell Wilson, and then who was the other guy that he played with?
Yeah, I mean, Wilson wasn't too bad when Jeudy was a rookie. Mm-hmm. And Jeudy did show out a little bit his rookie year, but he got hurt, I remember. Mm-hmm. And he's really just never sustained anything. So if he can have a healthy season, they all got to try to, like Watson, this might be it for him. If he doesn't show anything this year, he might be done.
I know. He still has a lot
to prove. A
lot of guaranteed money. Overall, I think Brigade did a good job in his draft, man. I mean, I know he got a nice grade from ESPN, but, you know, to me, grades don't matter. Let's move on to, show your jersey. Show your jersey, bro. We're moving on to New Era 8. David Squall, let's go. Look at that. Look at that. Oh, your boy, New Era. There we go. Lamar Jackson. And, yeah, you know, Saquon Barkley was available. You got to draft him, right? As a Giants fan, I hope Saquon has the worst year of his career. All right. Not trying to be a hater because he plays for the Eagles. He went running back. So he went, hero running back route, picking another running back.
This is considered a robust running back strategy, Elio.
Yep.
Hero is when you only have one stud. David has 2.
Yeah.
We did a lot of mock drafts. You know, David still lives with us, and he experimented a lot with this particular pair, Barkley and Etienne. I don't think he did Kelsey very often in the mocks.
No.
Lamar was definitely someone he was after. And then Andrews, same thing. He didn't take Andrews one time in a mock draft that we did together. He had at least one receiver in these picks instead of the tight ends.
Yeah, which that's a little concerning, man. It's hard to go. I get Lamar Jackson. I would have picked Lamar Jackson there based on the 2 running backs. But man, that third pick should have been a wide receiver because Drake London was available. You had
no, he wasn't.
He's number 9. But before that, let me see who was number. Let me see who's number 33. Yeah, he picked Kelsey at number 33. I don't know, man. I got to look at 33 was Kelsey. Let me look at I'm actually got the list here. Let me see what other. So look, he had at 34
Metcalf.
I like Metcalf is the number 1 receiver. You had forget about what's his name. Let me see. Debo was gone. DJ Moore. All right. Forget about Brandon. I'm just not touching Brandon with a 10-foot pole. He had look, even Devontae Smith could have been a possibility. He had some, he could have reached. I think the 2 tight end sketch here, as good as Kelsey has been in his career.
Well, we'll see.
The miles are there.
People are going to be after one of these tight ends on his team all year.
I need a tight end, but I don't want to give up any of my guys for that. I'll stick with the Pat Fryermuth of the world.
Mikey employed this strategy a few years ago, and that worked out really well for him.
Yeah. These guys are much younger,
too. We'll see what David does here. He's got Cooper and Dell to man the receiver spots for a while.
Yep.
And
Cooper's
rest of his
number 1.
Team is extremely strong. He's got Lamar. He's got probably the best pair of running backs in the league.
Close to it. Close to it, because I think we got to get somebody else to have a little better running game than him.
His number 2 is very, very, very good.
Well, so here's the thing I have about Travis Etienne, right? He should have a good year because they lost, wide receiving depth with Calvin Ridley leaving. So you would think they got to be running the football more, and he's been pretty well used. I just worried about him, how, he's soft. You know what I'm saying? His injury.
He had a great first half and a bad second half.
Yeah. Exactly. He kind of dies down because he's not a big guy. But anyway, like I said, dude, the guy I would have drafted probably running back if I was in his position as well. Let me see here. Let's look at Amari. I like Amari. I think Amari is gonna, just like last year, is gonna go off. Tank Dell, listen, that offense, bro. Tank Dell and Nico Collins to me are 1 and 2. Then you got Stephon Diggs. Last year, dude, everybody ate. This guy only played like 10 games, had like 8 touchdowns. He knows I like this guy. He has a nose.
Yeah, David stole him.
Dude, he has a nose for the football. He has a nose for the end zone as well. Tank Dell is nasty. If he's healthy, Tank Dell is going to be nasty. Let me see here. Based on what he have left from the 9 on, I like Tajay Spears. I like Tajay, bro.
Me too.
I like Tajay Spears. Jaden Reed.
David picking 9 and me 12. You know, right around this time he took Spears, or even the previous round. Me and him were drafting him left and right in the box.
Jaden,
he's a perfect PPR guy.
Yeah. Yep.
Pollard really fell off last year. If he falls off a little more and Spears gets 10 carries a week with all his receiving, he'll be a really good play. He'll be a great flex.
I think Tajay is, even though he's number 2 in the depth chart, he knows the offense year 2, right?
He's number 1 in your heart, Peachy.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be number 1 in that offense, because and you saw what he did last year catching the football, like you mentioned. This guy can fucking burn. You know what I mean? And he is like long game, long play explosiveness. You know what I mean? After this, I like Gus Edwards. I don't know if he's going to be as good. Not the same offensive line, but we know that Harbaugh runs the shit out of the football. Jaden Reed, like him. Unfortunately, bro, there's too many mouths to feed there, man, in Green Bay. Because even
very nice. They were used very good last year, using him kind of like Debo.
They also drafted Wicks. They also drafted Wicks this year, man. I think he's also going to be involved, man. They don't get me wrong. They have a lot of young players, but it's going to be like a week to week.
It's going to be hard for any of them to overtake Christian Watson if he's healthy.
All right, you go ahead. Give me a sleeper. All right. After we said, we mentioned Jaden and Gus, 11 to 16. Give me a sleeper pick.
Maybe Herbert.
Okay. I'm going to give you one.
I'm not high on Leggett. Mike Williams.
No, me neither.
It's hard to consider him a sleeper. He's old.
Yep. No, me neither.
Jacoby Myers is a good pick. Very underrated. But as far as a sleeper, Khalil Herbert. Swift is, always misses games. And with that offense being revamped with the 3 receiving core they got, and if, Herbert can get a couple starts, he could be, definitely startable in our league for a few weeks.
Mike Williams.
I like that.
For 8 games. Out of those 8 games, you'll have some solid 4 or 5 weeks before he gets hurt again.
Yeah.
I think because of Garrett Wilson, who's going to be the guy there, and I think Mike Williams, because remember he's a talented receiver. He just cannot stay healthy. Course. But he's old as hell too. But I think 8 games. Through 8 games, you might see some performance. They're going to be like, oh shit, I didn't know Mike Williams still had it. All right, moving on to your boy is in the building. Thank you, Jamil, for Team Brigade for letting CD fall. And now let's get him signed.
You're gonna love what I'm about to say.
let him get signed, dude. Go ahead, Frank. I'll let you have your moment.
I'm gonna take on your team. I think it's deserved. I did a dynasty league in May, and I ended up with the first pick, and I ended up with the same exact 3 receivers that you have.
All right, man.
I started 3 receivers in that dynasty draft, and then I took Richardson in the 5th. So very similar draft that we had here. I love your 3. I love your 3.
We're both gonna win, bro. Don't worry about it, bro.
All very dominant, guys. I mean, CD was all world last year. He had over 400 points. A repeat would be hard to expect.
But
you'd like to think he's gonna get 350, and it's hard to be upset with that. And then Olave, I owned him in a league since his rookie year, and this is gonna be the year.
This has to be the year. This has to be the year. Drake London, this has to be his year.
London with Kirky, them airing it out a lot more than last year. Way more catchable balls going his way. He's 6'4". He's going to get a lot of touchdowns as well, and he's a target guy. So London, I love London. If you ever wanted to trade him, come holler at your boy. All
right, man. London is up there.
Jalen Hurts. It was time there. At that point in the draft, the quality at the other positions was gone. And now it was like, all right, let me get a very plus guy.
That's why I did it, man.
Yeah,
I've struggled the last couple of years because I've been playing a lot the position and playing the quarterback later, and I a bust with Trevor Lawrence last year and the year before. I ended up trading for Hurst but I had like Russell Wilson or something else. But yeah, so this guy say, you know what, dude, if Hurst is available or Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen in the 4th round, I'm going quarterback based on, because I knew that if I didn't have running backs, top running backs, I wasn't going to have another top running back. So I'd rather take the points there. So Zamir, like I told you, this garbage after this, it's just, he has an
considering
upside.
how strong you are at QB and your 2 receivers and your flex, no one's got a 4 like that. If someone does, it's close. But that's the best 4 at those 4 spots. And then for you to come out with White and Montgomery and Moss, not a bad job. You dropped the ball taking Hopkins. You should have taken Chase. You should have taken Chase Brown.
Yep. Because
then you probably got someone just as good as Hopkins the next round in the Jigba. So you didn't need Hopkins there. That was bad.
No, and here's the thing. Chase Brown.
I love your draft.
Yeah, Chase Brown was going to be the backup. He's a backup of Moss, and at one point, Chase Brown might be the starter. You know what I mean? He's that damn good. So you're right. They want to drop the ball. Yeah, Jason Smith-Nigma, he's the number 2 guy. DK gets hurt every once in a while like that. Jaden Daniels absolutely was a trade bait, man. Because this kid, I'm telling you, he's gonna put some Anthony Richardson numbers like last year.
Yeah, you're gonna have to find someone who's deep at running back, you know, and that's gonna be hard to find. He's probably the only one, but he's got a lot of handcuffs.
Okay. Give me a sleeper. Give me a sleeper from round 11 to 16.
Oh, Douglas.
Yeah, I like Douglas, bro. He kept falling to me.
He's a baller. He plays hard. He's going to be a big target guy. Their offense is going to be very basic, and he's going to get a lot of dump offs and a lot of stuff over the middle. And
he's a yards. Yeah, he's a yards after catch guy.
Doesn't he get some? He gets some running attempts too, doesn't he?
I think so too. They kind of Debo-ish a little bit. Not as much, but.
Ty Chandler was a wasted pick. Aaron Jones is going to play the entire season.
Listen, dude, based on my experience with Aaron Jones, is the reason why I picked Chandler, dude.
There was nobody left. I had to take something.
Bro, I honestly, if Montgomery wasn't left, when we get to you, let me see what.
I was probably hoping for Zamir White, and you took him right in front of me.
What pick was your boy for you? Aaron Jones, 61. Yeah, look, listen, if I didn't have, like I said, Montgomery and
I thought about going Montgomery and having him and Gibbs, but I'm like, my ceiling there is not great.
I would have picked up Jones if you would have picked up somebody else. You know what I'm saying? It's just one of those things. So yeah, to me, my sleeper is Ty Chandler because I'm hoping your boy's not going to play a lot.
And then
you know what I'm saying?
My only question is, what are you doing with John U. Smith as your starting tight end? You can't have a hole like that in this league.
So here's the thing.
That.
Here's the thing, dude. I was going to go tight end early if Evan Ingram was up available, or Ferguson, right? Those are my 2 tight ends. I'd never draft tight ends like really early. That's not my thing. And then I said, okay, sleeper, my boy Pat, bro. Pat fired me. That was my boy, man. And then I said, you know what? Now I'm just picking the motherfucker that's in the best offense. So hopefully he's gonna get some points. But that's gonna be.
I can't believe you haven't dropped John U. Smith off your team.
Not yet, bro. I'm gonna start the year with John Smith.
I think Mims is gonna join him soon too.
Yeah, absolutely.
After last night's game.
We got some. This is just stuff that that we just pick up at the end here.
Roster room is good right now. Roster room is good.
Yeah. All right, man. All right, let's move on to Mr. Big Moondog all up in the building here. Oh, Mikey. Mikey's in the chat. Let's see what Mikey says. Can we get to real RB soon? Laugh a lot. Good job, guys. Hey, Mikey, don't worry, bro. We're gonna spend like an hour just talking about running backs.
We're gonna get to you guys. Your 8 running backs real soon.
Yeah. I mean, it's like Mikey doesn't have a single spot, but let's not burn the fuel here, man. Big Moondog. Look, first 2 picks. All over that, bro. Love Jalen as a wide receiver too. Jalen Waddle. Jamar. He's got to get signed.
That's a little early for me. For him.
Think so?
Yeah.
I think.
Think about it. He took him over London. I personally wouldn't.
I don't know. I think the offense, and if he's healthy. Now Pollard to me is a little bit early.
Did he think Pollard was still on the Cowboys?
Yes, that's what I told him.
He's a big Cowboys guy.
Yeah, I know. That's what I told him. I told him, I was like, that's exactly what I said when he drafted him. T. Higgins. Yo, listen, he has Jamar and T. Higgins, and who's his quarterback? Finally drafted Dak Prescott, bro.
Of course he's got Dak.
Yeah, he could. Jamil took.
We're gonna be talking for sure.
Jamil sniped him, bro. With who the hell took with Joe Burrow? You know what I'm saying? He sniped him, bro. He sniped him. Najee Harris.
Jamil just taking Lamb. They could just make a trade right now. Dak for Burrow, and no one would say nothing.
That's true. You're right, man. That would have been. You're right. You could have gone even Stevens here. I like the Najee pick. I like Najee.
Not
pick.
Sexy, but he gets his 80 yards and a touchdown
Absolutely. He's going to get, remember, new offense, man, better line. Najee is the ground and pound guy. Look, Jalen Warren's is going to be out a couple of weeks, I think, to start the season. It's the last thing I heard. Keenan Allen, look, he's there. That's value you want to pick up. We know what Keenan can do. He could ball. It's just, again, he's, his inconsistency with his, with his health. But
he was the number one receiver halfway through the season. He was like the number one receiver in football by
absolutely. Getting 200 yards a game left and right.
Yeah, he was insane.
Here's a guy that I absolutely love because he's going to be the number one guy in this team in Jacksonville is Christian Kirk. All right. We've seen what Christian Kirk can do healthy the first year, which wasn't last year. He was hurt. He had a hell of a season. And then what he's done with
last year had him, and he was getting like 15, 18 every week.
Yeah, and he was hurt because he was hurt.
And then that was kind of.
But man, the first year with Trevor Lawrence when they made the playoffs, remember, he was the guy. He was the guy before Calvin Ridley came. Now Calvin is gone, so I think this guy right here is going to be going to have a breakout year from a standpoint of having a really not a great year last year because of injuries and be the number one guy. Yeah, him and Evan Ingram are going to eat all effing day, man. Dak, look in the 8th round, that's a good pick. Dak, we know he's got to throw the fucking football. He may start out slow and then finish out like a house of fire last year. When he traded.
That's kind of what I wanted to do is wait at QB.
Yeah.
But I didn't, and he's
got
7 players above his quarterback, if you will.
Yep.
That are going to be filling in his spots all year. So.
Yep. What do you think of David Njoku? I mean, he had a good season last year.
He was good last year. He wasn't great with Watson. He was better with Flacco, but
yes,
you'd like to think that they realized how good he is, and he is a physical freak.
Every pass catcher.
I like him.
Every pass catcher.
Tight end, get someone like that. That's good.
Every pass catcher in the team was better with Flacco than Deshaun.
New era just walked in.
Oh shit, he's in the building. What's up, man? Hey, tell us. Hey, what up, New Era? Look at you, man.
Yo.
We just covered your team a little while ago.
We're on Big Moon. We went over you already.
Oh.
Yeah, jump into the channel.
Your team was good.
Yeah.
He loves Tank Dell.
I love Tank Dell. David, so here's a pick that I like. So from 10 on,
but he said no trade. He did say pretty much no trade.
All right, let's pick a sleeper and a breakout from pick 10 to the 16th. What do you think? After Njoku, who do you like here?
Charbonnet's easy, but I'm going to go with I'm going to go with Kendre Miller.
Okay. Jamal Williams.
I know he's hurt. I know the coach is pissed at
mm-hmm.
him, but he's a talented guy. Kamara's like, man, a lot of tread on those tires.
Yep.
So I think if Kamara goes down, there's a good chance Kendre Miller could be a difference maker later in the season.
They drafted him last year for this reason, right? Because they knew the Kamala's miles are a little over the
and he had one start. He had one start, I think, in the last week of the year, and he smashed.
Yep, he did. Like you said, Zach Charbonnet is the obvious one. Great value at 116.
I'll leave Charbonnet for you.
Yeah. It's great value at 116 because then we got Kenneth Walker is done. You know what I mean? This guy's gonna be the starting running back. Yeah, this guy's gonna be the starting running back by week 4. Okay. I absolutely believe that's why they drafted him. So. And of course, he picked the Cowboys defense, bro. He has to go homer on that.
Of course.
All right, the Mad Beast is in the building. Of course, Christian McCaffrey with number 2. I mean, you got to go there. I like. What do you think of Devon? As
I was saying to you in our pre-call, Cruz looked like he was in pain all day, man. Yes. His face was in the screen. He was like agonizing over everything, and he didn't look like he had fun yesterday. I'm worried about my guy over there.
What do you think of Stephon Diggs at 26?
Hate it.
Me too.
He goes to a team with like 2 young studs.
He's gonna be
He's gonna be very inconsistent this year.
Man, who do they pick at 25? Josh Jacobs was picked at 25, but Nico, you picked up Nico at 26? He could have picked up Nico. Nico was available at 26. I would have gone Neighbors. You could have gone DK. You know what I mean?
I got to get Neighbors on one team this year.
Me too. You could have gone DJ Moore. There was a lot more players that have a bigger upside.
Pete said he's not paying for a big tight end.
Yep. Exactly. All right, let's see. What else we got here? I like Jake Ferguson. I just can't. I like Patrick Mahomes is Patrick Mahomes. He was available. You pick him up. He's Brandon Ayuk, we don't know where he's playing at.
He got good value on Mahomes. He got him a lot of picks, quite a few picks after we took our guys.
He did. He's great value on Mahomes. Brandon Ayuk, I just don't trust where he's going to end up. And even if he ends up with San Francisco, he's not going to have as good of a season as he did last year.
Yeah, I'm worried about him too.
Yeah. Zay Flowers, I think you pick up Zay Flowers where he's at. There's really not much else you could do around there, especially if you need wide receivers.
Well, he start coming on late, and
Yeah.
maybe he can get some more some consistency each week target wise. He is a big play guy.
Yep.
Maybe he can take take one to the house once in a while here. He's a good pick. I like him.
Yep,
too.
absolutely. And I think he's going to have more touchdowns this year. You know what I'm saying? Than he did last year. So last year he's going to be Lamar's number one guy. Jake Ferguson, I like this tight end. I think he brings awesome volume in the 7th round. And
red zone. I think he had he was very high in red zone targets last year.
Mm-hmm.
It's him and CD. When they get it by the 20.
Yep, he is. Yeah, it's not Brandon Cooks. I'll tell you that much.
The Zeke pick confused me.
Yes.
I've never seen him go that early.
Yes, I think he also thought he had Pollard on his team, and he was going to.
He was probably trying to stick it to Big Moon somehow. I don't know.
I don't know, man. But there was a lot more other wide receivers. Calvin Ridley was available. I think there was other people they could have gone after, man. Before that, I mean, even Cortland Sutton, man. You know what I'm saying? Jordan Addison. I mean, he just kind of jumped the gun. JSN was available. Oh my gosh, there was a lot of guys, man. There was a lot of good guys at 70 in the 70s and 80s that he could have gone after from a wide receiver standpoint. So Yep. Another one that he kind of jumped the gun on here was Tua Tagovailoa. I was like, yes, dude, he was going to be available like later than this. This is another pick that.
Yeah. And a lot of people say that you take a stud like Mahomes, you shouldn't have to take a second QB.
No. I mean, I know when I mentioned the words trade bait, he got excited. So he did the same thing, but I said, no, well, that's different, dude. You just don't, I got a guy that is the PPR, made for, you know what I mean?
If you're one of the fortunate people to have a healthy team.
Yeah.
You can hold this, a good backup QB like that for a trade later in the year, then great. But chances are you're going to have all kinds of turnover on your rosters.
From over here on, from the 10 on, and not counting Tua, who's your sleeper?
Taysom Hill.
It's a lot of garbage, I know, man.
It's not great. It's not great.
I'm gonna go sleeper Darnell Mooney because he's a decent receiver. Hopefully with Kirk Cousins, he would be the number 2 wide receiver, maybe on the target list 3, because Kyle Pitts is going to be used a lot better than a few years, than the last couple of years. But I think Darnell Mooney can be, I think, did he break 1,000 yards last year receiving? He got close.
No, I don't think so.
No, but again, I think that might be sleeper out of this bunch right here.
When Fields hit anybody, it was DJ Moore and not much else last year.
Yes, exactly. Now, oh man, we are going straight up to the man of the hour, the number 1 pick. All right, Maximus.
Yep.
Frank, I don't think I've ever seen this many running backs go off the board, man.
Yeah, the last time you saw it was the draft last year, and Mikey had 8 running backs after that draft too.
Bijan, an absolute stud.
I'm sure. Jay probably knows.
Yeah, Bijan, an absolute stud. Mixon is the number 1 wide receiver there, but I think that's going to be throwing the football a lot more. So, but he has Josh Jacobs.
Mikey's making me laugh. He's like Frank's face when you asked for the sleeper. LOL. Oh, I love it.
Oh man, let me go ahead and let me. I missed my Frank's face. Yeah, let's put it up here on the chat here so everybody can see it. Frank's face when you ask for the sleeper.
And you're like, oh yeah, I know it's not good.
Oh, Carlos also, I think it's in the house. I think he might have made he got a comment coming up here too.
We got him. He
got him. I regretted getting Zeke early and said it was as soon as I picked him. He did say, oh shit, hold on a second. What did I just do in the room? But going back to Mike, man, Josh Jacobs, I mean, look, 24, 25, baby, back to back. Boom, let's go. I like the CJ Stroud pick.
He was locking up. Mikey loves his RBs. He loves his running backs. He is good at getting receivers, later that, kind of improve on their draft spot,
So
might have taken this one a little too far.
Yes.
I felt maybe the Jacobs pick was unnecessary. Like if he had London, well, maybe not London doesn't fit with Bijan, but someone like that. Maybe
no, Nico you had London
like that there with Stroud. Ooh, I think Mikey would maybe like to have one of those back.
Yeah, dude, I think London was available. You had other guys available in the 20s and 30s as well. CJ, everybody's got
love
CJ,
Stroud. You knew Mikey was going to take him. Come on.
Listen, his first wide receiver taken off the board, Trey McBride. Even though it was a tight end, this guy's like the first.
Love McBride. That was a great pick, no doubt.
Oh man, McBride.
And then you got Rice and Deontay, which that's not bad. It's similar to David. David waited till like that same time to take 2 receivers and got Cooper and Dell, and Mikey got Rice and Deontay.
Yeah.
Well done there. You know, despite
Keon
waiting,
Coleman.
still got two good
Listen,
guys.
he was trying to get whatever wide receiver was available, best available at that moment. Keon Coleman, rookie. Well, let's see what he has. I mean, there was plenty of
then he couldn't
targets.
help himself. He had to go Trey Benson. He had to take another running back the next round. He just couldn't help himself.
Oh man, look.
Then he takes Dubs and he's like, "I got my 4 receivers. That's plenty.
That's it, buddy."
And
Blake
then
Corum,
running back. I mean, the guy's an addict.
I mean, look, he even got Jalen Wright, dude. It's an effort. He kept Jordan Mason. I mean, this is the one that I was scratching my head a little bit.
Took McCaffrey's backup. I mean, the guy's nuts.
No, it's actually what's his name? Elijah Mitchell is his backup, but Elijah Mitchell is hurt, so I think he's foreseeing the future. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So we know what he has here.
Took Hall's backup, the backup in Miami. Took Jamil's backup, Corum. That was dirty.
Not only he clean house with starting running backs, but also with handcuffs. You know what I'm saying, dude?
Yeah.
Okay,
from what are you gonna do?
From and you know what? We're gonna skip from the 11th through the 16th. Your sleeper.
I think I got to go with Corum.
Me too.
I had Kyron last year. He missed his share of games in the middle there, and he came back and he was just as good as before. But he's little. Guys that size really can't take 25 touches a week. No. Like they were demanding out of him every week. And he made it. He ended up making it through the season. You know, they got to mix in Corum a little bit. And if something were to happen to Kyron, Corum's going to have the workload that Kyron had last year by default. So that's my sleeper on Mikey's team for sure.
So I could pick another one just for the sake of argument here. Jalen Wright, unless because he's a big guy. Maybe the gold line success years because Mostert has a lot of miles already. Injury, injury career here, injury history.
And he can fly too, right?
Yeah, he can. He's a big guy and he can run. And then you also have there you go, is a sleeper RB. Yeah, it's everybody's sleeper, man. He said Zeke was a sleeper RB. That's what Cruz said. That's what I guess is what he meant by Ezekiel. Right, Cruz? I hope that's what you meant. I don't know what the hell you mean by that.
I'm not sure what he means.
No, me neither.
I'm wondering if he's asking, can an RB be a sleeper?
Yeah. Yes, you can.
For sure.
Yeah, anybody could be a sleeper. But I think Jalen Wright, if you remember, A-Chain last year also got hurt. So I think that's the reason why Miami drafted him because they wanted that safety. Remember, McDaniel's offense, everybody runs, including the third running back. So, all right. Frank, South Florida Spanish Ninjas.
We spent enough time on Maximus. Let's move on.
Yeah, that's it, mate. Again, it's a lot. That was actually it was hard to call there. South Florida Spanish Ninjas. No doubt.
Was the Ninjas with you guys or no?
No, he wasn't. No, Ninjas in Texas too, I think.
Yeah,
I like the first two
quiet
picks.
Yesterday. He was quiet. He just does his thing.
I like actually
he likes.
4 out of the first 5 picks.
Always in the hunt.
4 of the first 5 picks are very solid. I like Amon. I love Isaiah Pacheco. He's gonna have a good season this year. Kamara, it's Kamara, and Malik Neighbors is a hit or miss, but he will be the number 1 wide receiver. And I love Evan Ingram, bro. This is one of my favorite tight ends here because of not just what he did last year, but dude, no more Calvin Ridley. You know what I mean? He led the team in receptions and receiving yards. So
he had over 100 targets last year.
Yep, he will repeat this again and probably score more touchdowns. Touchdowns is what he lacked last year. So far, I think he had a solid 5 out of the 7 picks, man. Jordan Love, yes, 6th round.
A little early for me.
Yeah,
for him.
He probably could have gone a little later. And
but Kyler was gone.
Yep, Kyler was gone at this point.
I'm sure the next guy.
Yeah, he could have waited for Jaden maybe. I don't know.
Love was insane last year, and you said earlier, the Green Bay's loaded. They got all this talent at receiver.
Yep.
As the Love owner, you don't care who it goes to as long as you're throwing 3 a week.
And
so
this next pick over here, I think Brian Robertson was way overvalued this year. They ranked this guy way too low, man.
I think you're wrong on that, but we'll see.
I do. He's a one-trick pony. That's why. But he's the 50 Cent of
the man got shot in the ass.
Yeah, he's
later he's scoring touchdowns in the NFL.
He's the 50 Cent of football, dude. I got it. I get it, man. You know what I'm saying? Get rich or die trying, bro. This dude is getting rich or die running. I like Cortland Sutton. You know what I mean? With Judy not there, you know what he did last year with being injured and came back. He was scoring like a touchdown every week.
Did he have like 9 or 10 touchdowns or something?
Yeah.
And no one talks about him like they even want him. But someone's got to catch the ball over there, and it's usually him.
He's the one that catches
And
the touchdowns.
Bo Nix looked pretty nice last night. I watched him for a while.
Bo Nix is going to be your starting quarterback. I hate to say that, bro. He doesn't. What's his name? Doesn't want to like say it now.
He doesn't have to beat out much.
Oh yeah. So this is what Carlos meant. He says since Mike has a lot of RBs, I was just asking out of sarcasm. Thanks for clearing that up, man. Because we were confused.
Okay,
as fuck.
thank you, Carlos.
Yeah, we were confused as shit, dude. All right. So going back here to Ninjas, I like Cortland. I like Jerome Ford because he's going to be the number one starter right here for like at 102, great value. And then from here, I like so this is sneaky, right? TJ Hawkinson, which is going to put in his IR most likely, right? And have tight end that I could probably trade for when he's healthy.
Maybe.
I like that. See, because he saves a spot.
Here's the thing, though.
He saves a spot. He goes in the arm.
I'm hearing that he's going to miss at least the first half of the season.
Yeah.
So that's trouble. And then what's your record going to be after 8 weeks? I mean, who knows?
We don't know. We don't know. But that's good. He's going to have that there. I mean, it doesn't kill the spot because he already has a starting tight end. So I don't mind that strategy. Clyde Edwards-Helaire.
I almost felt like it was a good strategy to draft a hurt player on purpose so that you could just park him and then you have a free spot and you don't have to think about who I want to drop to pick out to take this guy who just broke out of nowhere because someone got hurt. That's
kind of like the strategy I think he was using. Let us know, Ninjas, if you're watching. Let us know if you're watching, Ninjas. Is that what you were going after? All right, from the 10th.
That's the key code this year. Take a injured guy and free up a spot.
Yep. From the 10th to the 16th. Give me a sleeper, my friend.
I love Shakir.
Yeah, me too. Targets are there. Stephon Diggs left a lot of targets, man.
He's like overlooked as maybe like doesn't matter. They got Coleman and they got Curtis Samuel there now, right?
Mm-hmm. Curtis Samuel, him, and then Coleman, of course.
Everyone forgets that Shakir was like their best guy the last month or so of the season.
Yep, absolutely.
So
Gabe,
I like Shakir a lot.
Gabe Davis is gone too.
You would call Ninjas.
Yep. Gabe Davis is gone too. Now I'm going to give my opinion on Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Everybody and their mother this year is definitely hyping him up because they're saying that McKinnon is no longer there, and he's going to take that role where he is the pass catching guy at 100%. Which he could do that. I mean, it's just he hasn't been great since he got drafted. Let's go to the man, the myth, the legend, the strip club king, Grey Goose, baby. Great. I mean, dude, he went ham on really two top quality running backs. Forget about Henry being his age. He is going into a great offensive line. He's going to get all the goal line touches here, man. It's going to be interesting. He might have a Montgomery kind of year from a scoring touchdown standpoint.
Oh, no, for sure. I mean, I think he will for sure.
Yep.
Jay picked in front of me in the odd rounds, and I picked in front of him in the even rounds, and he took Taylor on me. I was hoping for maybe just do a little safer and take Taylor with Garrett Wilson and not take Gibbs, which I'm sure then Jay would have taken Gibbs. I thought of Henry for a little bit, but I just went for the PPR guy. Mm-hmm. But I was praying for Nico Collins to fall to me in the third round. When he didn't, I didn't have two receivers that I had to take, so I just went Metcalf and then Josh Allen. So the Collins pick sent me off in a domino effect.
Yeah, no, he got a number one at 35 so far in the depth chart. I know that there's gonna be a lot of mouths to feed, but Nico is the number one guy in that team. He knows that offense better than Stephon Diggs is, and Stephon's gonna have to like come the fuck down because he's not in Buffalo
anymore. They gave him his money. Yep, he's for sure they're number one.
Exactly. Cooper Kupp, look, if healthy, we know what he could do. We know
Cooper Kupp owes Jay.
Yes,
that's all there is to it.
Cup my balls. You gotta switch your name, Goose, to cup my balls again. Come on, man. You gotta do this shit, buddy. You gotta. Shout out to one of my homies, man. My boy Charles from Bravery Sports, man. He always he's a big Ravens fan, by the way. So he's one of our loyal listeners. All right, going back to this shit. Devontae Smith, I love that pick. Maybe I'll try to get him over his hand. Yeah, that was a steal.
He was ranked way higher than 59.
Yep. Absolutely. Devontae Smith. Dude, hell yeah, dude. Devontae Smith is way higher than that, man. Let me go back.
As Jay's flex or number 3 receiver, that's pretty ridiculous. But he's got, in his first 5 picks, Jay just goes about his business. He gets his 2 stud running backs, 3 really good receivers, and then on we go.
Devontae Smith, 42.
42 he was ranked?
42 ADP, bro.
That's crazy.
82. That was insane.
Nice
Kyler
job.
Murray, awesome, dude. Kyler Murray was like, he got Kyler a great value. He's going to have a huge year with Marvin Harrison and Trey McBride. And last year, you saw what he did with Trey McBride. He just that was his guy. Yep. Javonte Williams again, the starting running back. It's not like
Jay got me good on this one.
Yeah.
I was going to be taking Javonte with my next pick, and he
Yep.
took him right in front of me, and then I had to do different shit.
Yep.
So I paid him back later.
And then, he's going here for Pop, right? Lan McConkey, hoping for,
Yep.
be the guy, that rookie that, he's going to come out of nowhere. Brian Thomas Jr., I know he's hurt right now, right?
He did it to me again with
Yeah.
Brian Thomas.
No, actually, no. Yeah,
Brian
Brian Thomas.
yesterday
Yeah.
with Jay, but fuck you.
Yeah.
Brian Thomas should have been on my team. That would have been perfect for me.
These are guys he's going to stash on the bench, man, until, something happens. From 10 on, give me a sleeper pick. He has a few, actually. Believe he has a few sleeper picks right here, dude.
Dowdle for sure.
Yes, not all, because he's going to be the guy.
I'm sure you saw the clip of Zeke. He looked like he could barely stand up.
Yes, like he ate Zeke.
Yeah, I mean, it's another year. The NFL is very hard, and Dowdle showed some flashes late last year. He had some nice games. With that offense, I think he's a great pick.
Yep, I'm gonna look
odd rounds. Notice all the odd rounds.
Yep,
Javonte in the 7th, Brian Thomas in the 9th, Dowdle in the 11th.
Mm-hmm.
Need I say more?
Goddard. Yeah, look at Goddard at 12 too. So, here's the other thing. You could say J.K. Dobbins may finally get a shot if he's healthy, but you cannot trust on that. I mean, I hope he has a good. I just feel bad for the guy. Like, how many times he's tore his ACL already? But listen, here's a guy that is gonna be a sleeper at tight end because he's finally gonna have a quarterback, and we saw what he did in Minnesota. I think Tyler Conklin is gonna. You might get some weeks out of him as a backup, or a guy that you just stash and you fit in whenever you have some like a bye week. He might have a few 10, 12 point games in the season. So for somebody at that pick at 155, that's what I'm hoping for John.
But yeah, Jay's we need to get Jay in the playoffs this year.
Yeah, I know. Me and him last year had like the worst.
Mikey's saying, "Yo, bring it." According to these guys, go ahead and etch the trophy plaque with Goose name. You see that?
That's not really what we said, but hey.
I mean, everyone has their own interpretations,
Yeah, exactly. Everybody has their own. He's like, look at Jason, bro. He's giving you love, bro. How much did he pay you?
Mikey goes, no hate it picks for Goose. All right.
No, well, he had the best draft.
Matthew
honestly.
Stafford, terrible pick. There you go, Mike.
There you go. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna drop that guy pretty soon. All right, let's go to Danny Dimes here, bro. Danny
live from San Antonio,
Texas, baby, at the Bunkin' Bronco.
You know he had to take some Florida love with Tyreek in the first.
Yeah, absolutely. He's Tyreek health. He's gonna have a Tyreek year.
Harrison as your number 2 with Tyreek is pretty lethal there.
Yes,
and then
yes.
Rachaad White, who just on sheer volume should be top 10 again. That's a really good start.
Yep,
really good start.
Debo health is the only question here, because in the last 2 years he's been in and out of the lineup.
If Ayuk gets traded, you got to love that pick.
Yeah, no, and actually you might want to look like some of the other guys are in that team, like Ricky Pearsall and Juwan Jennings. But those are guys we're picking up in the waiver wire. I actually love this Ramondre Stevenson pick in the 5th round. He's gonna be like the main focal point of that offense.
All of us late in the 5th, we're praying he would make it to us.
Me too. Yeah, that was gonna be my first running back.
Great fan. He was a letdown last year, but he's a bruising back and he's a really good pass catcher. So
absolutely, and they're gonna have a better, hopefully.
He's gonna have a Rachaad White kind of year.
Yep. Chris Godwin, great value.
Yeah,
great value with Chris Godwin.
I'm telling you, man, not really needed on Danny's team. He already had 3 receivers at that point. And then he took McLaurin and to make it 5 receivers.
But now
he start 3.
Yeah. He does have some bait though here, man. You know what I mean? Because McLaurin has had 4 out of 5 last season, over 1,000 yards receiving. He's just a guy of pure sheer value. He just hasn't had a good quarterback. Let's see what happens with Jaden. So Chubb, good move here. Put him in your IR and wait until he comes back.
Round 8 was when we were coming up for the break. So we had picked at the back, and it's coming down to back down towards Maximus.
Mm-hmm.
And David and I, we looked at each other. I was like, man, I hope Chubb makes it to me in my next pick. And then boom, Dan takes.
Yep.
And then that was the end of that.
What do you think of Brock Bowers out of 100 in the ninth?
Having waited and then ended up with him, he has no other Raiders. So that's good. Mm-hmm. That's a good pick. Definitely a good pick. But this is what I'm saying. In the Godwin McLaurin rounds, he could have probably got a much better tight end and a quarterback than what he ended up with. Yeah,
now he goes crazy with quarterbacks. All right, we got Rodgers, Brock Purdy. You know what I mean? It's like now he goes ham on the quarterbacks here. But that's where he lies weak. I mean, those are Chuba Hubbard, man. I think when Brooks comes back, that's gonna start eating into him. But man, that's just offensive line is so bad. And
he played for close to a month, and
yeah,
he was solid last year for them. I would love to get him on my team, Chuba.
yeah.
But if you notice, as well as Danny did, he's got White and Ramondre, but then his only other RBs are Chubb and Chuba.
Yep. So he's gonna have no
He'll
choice.
be hitting the waiver wire hard early on,
or trade one of those wide receivers, man.
for something. Yeah.
Yep. He could get something.
Him and Maximus can talk.
He could get, man. Mike, look, Mike. So both those two guys have a void, Maximus and Mr. Team Broadway here, bro. They have weighed a lot of one thing that they could kind of, tier 4, tier 3 guys that they could go ahead.
Yeah, they could hook it up.
They could hook it up, man. They could save each other's season.
We would all be so happy for them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you'll be ecstatic, man. Galamont on Wednesday. Here you go, Frank. You were eating Galamont, baby, from Vesuvio's, not that buffet table. You know what I'm saying, bro?
We had the fresh stuff yesterday.
Garrett Wilson. We know what he could do.
Can I just tell you before you get to tearing my team up?
No, you got some shit.
League, I got to give you something. I've done more mock drafts than all of you combined. I was so worried about picking 12, and you just got to go with the flow. So I'll turn it over to Peachy.
No, best available players.
Yeah.
You did that in the first 2 picks, right? You got one of each. You got top 5 guys right here. Josh Allen, I would have done the same thing because you never know when you got to get another good quarterback. And right now you got kind of like that, PPR thing going. Garrett is a high volume guy. You got to make sure that Aaron Rodgers doesn't get hurt. I love the DK Metcalf pick. He is the wide receiver 1 in that team, and he's always brings a lot of volume. Dalton Kincaid. I mean, I think at the 5th round you were you wanted a tight end pretty bad, right? You were not looking for another. I don't think you had anything.
McBride or Kincaid, and Mikey took McBride way earlier, and Engram went, and I was like biting my fingernails like mad, and then it got to Jay, and I'm like, Jay's gonna fuck me. But
here's the thing.
God, Devonta Smith was there. That shouldn't have been, and Jay just couldn't pass him.
He will be
my little hookup, and I was happy.
He will be a red zone target. All right, because year 2 with the same offense and Josh Allen. I like pairing wide
all those
receivers.
Targets that are left behind with
exactly
Davis gone and Diggs gone.
Remember Diggs, Davis, a lot of guys left. Like you said, Aaron Jones. I don't like that pick, but hey, you have no other choice.
And I got to look at the draft to see who I took him over at running back. It probably wasn't much.
No, there wasn't much left because Evans was going to be the other guy.
Singletary, Mostert. I see a couple names here.
Yeah.
I got to look. I got to see what I did.
Christian Watson has disappointed me a few years, and I think because they have other guys, Reed, you know what I'm saying? I think these guys are all going to get into his production, even though he is the most.
This is another one I got to look at who was there instead of him, but I know he's really talented. He's a very big touchdown guy. He had a little hamstring thing. They said they got that kind of worked out better. One was like way bigger than the other.
Yeah. So here's the thing.
Resulting in injury, and now they got the percentages a lot closer. So I'm hoping he's healthy with Jordan Love maybe breaking out. Hopefully he's a nice flex for me.
I'm going to give you my sleeper, right? And he's staring me right in the eye, bro. Telling you, man, Pat Freiermuth is going to have a huge year. Not from a top 5 tight end or anything like that, but this dude is going to catch a couple of, top 5 finishes, man, a few, because he last year had a bad year. I mean, it was a shit show season. You don't want to, Kenny Pickett and everything else. The year before, he had a really good year. Almost had like 800. I think he had over 800 yards catching, but also had like 7 or 8 touchdowns. And that's where he's going to come in valuable to either Justin Fields or Russell Wilson, man. He's a good target. He also blocks well. So I like him. I'm telling you, out of all the sleeper tight ends, he was like the number 1 in my eyes.
Maybe we'll talk.
The late round. Yeah, we'll talk, man. I got some shit that I can give you for that. And Jalen Warren, look, you got this guy. It's like this. So Jalen Warren and Najee is like, Zeke and Tony Pollard. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
they're both good.
Yeah. I mean, after that, like I said, I already gave you the 2 ones that I'm not great with, but I think that's all you had available, though. Pretty much it. And then you're hoping for Chase Brown eventually becoming the starting running back or getting more because he's nasty. Last year he showed what he could do when Mixon was hurt.
He was too good to pass up. As much as I needed a receiver, I couldn't pass on him. And Brooks. Brooks was 48 picks after his ranking.
Yep. Everybody got afraid of him because he's injured.
Later in a draft ever.
Yeah. I mean, that's the guy again. You got to put in the IR. And
he's already there. He's already there. I'm already looking through the waiver wire.
Yeah, there we go. That's what you do that there, man. So, all right, man. No, overall not bad. I mean, you 12 and 13, man. I mean, 12.
Sleeper. Oh, you said my sleeper is Chase
I like
Brown?
Pat. I like Pat.
Oh, you like
I
Pat?
like,
That's
I
right.
like Pat. But Chase Brown is definitely another huge sleeper. I think he may take. He's gonna be involved a lot, man. We saw it last year, and he's also like he's better than who's the other backup running back for them the year last year, the year before, which he was good. But this guy, he could get carries and he could also catch it. So, man. All right, here we go. We're almost done, guy. We're almost done here.
We got 2 teams left.
Vicious, baby. Last year's champ. And number 3 pick, we have Breece Hall. Hey.
Must be nice, right? You win the league and then you get the 3rd pick.
Yeah, that's nice, man. I haven't seen anything under like 8 in a very long time. Michael Pittman at 22. Did he have anything available there? No, I don't think so. I think
there were some guys. London, Nico Collins.
Okay, yep, Nico Collins. So I see why he was definitely going for the. If he drafted Pittman, he was definitely going after Richardson, which in the 5th round, that's a great pick.
He probably made that decision right there. I'm going to take Pittman, and then in the 5th, I'm going to take Richardson.
Exactly. Love the DJ Moore pick. Again, I think DJ will be the number 1 wide receiver in that. I mean, Keenan Allen has a lot of miles, and he's going to have
Mikey's boy from last year. Moore was good for him.
DJ's going to have a good season. Anthony Richardson, love that pick. If he's healthy, this motherfucker is going to give you some insane numbers, man. Josh Allen type of numbers on the ground. Kyle Pitts, listen, this is the pick that I think everybody's been waiting to pop since he got drafted. Great rookie season. And unfortunately, quarterbacks like Mariota and then quarterbacks like, what's the other guy that he had after that? Last
Ritter.
year. Yeah, Ritter. I mean, he the poor guy went into like, abysmal.
Horrible. People forget
black hole.
Rookie, he had 1,000 yards, and this is like never been done by a tight end.
Yes,
rookie.
absolutely.
Now he's in 4, and if he doesn't have a monster year this year, he's never going to have one.
He did it with an old ass quarterback, also too.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So
Turkey loves his tight end. So
yes. That's what I'm saying, dude. I mean, that's what I'm saying, man. It's going to be interesting to watch him. I think he's going to have a good upside. Calvin Ridley, I think he's going to be the number 1 receiver. So at 75, if you look at it,
Hopkins.
yeah, he had Kyle Pitts. Look, he had Kyle Pitts at 70, and Kyle Pitts was 70, ranked at 75, tight end 8. So I think 75 really, that's pretty good value. I think he's right around that area. Just looking over here that's good value. It fell to him. Devin Singletary, look, he's going to be the running back in New York. You go for that. I don't know if there was some news that he might have gotten.
Singletary was my savior last year. I picked him up, and he was freaking really good.
He blew up.
And the Giants don't really have much else. The rookie got hurt. They got the rookie from last year, Gray.
Yep.
And I don't know. I mean, the
it's
Giants
a bad,
have this great offense or anything.
It's a bad running. It's a bad offense overall. So
he's going to get a lot of touches.
Yep. Whether it's positive or not, he's going to get the touches. Xavier Worthy, again, this is one of you go, but like, listen, you're picking the guy that's going to go deep and in a great offense with the best quarterback in the world.
I wanted Worthy pretty bad, but he didn't make me, so nothing I could do there. But I was definitely high on him.
From here, look, Tyler Lockett again. It's JSN's world now, baby. I mean, Tyler had a good run with this.
Lockett's boring, but he's always pretty good, and we'll see. We'll see if they go 3 wide all game long. Where all 3 of them eat. We'll see.
Let me tell you something. It's going to be the saving grace for Lockett if they start Howell over Geno Smith. Remember Howell in the Commanders last year? He freaking passed. He led the league in pass attempts and in pass and like 30 passing yards. He likes to throw the football. That's why he also led the league in picks.
Yeah.
Antonio Gibson.
And Geno's going to have probably a very nice year.
Well, he better because last year he went back to the old Geno pretty much. All right, sleeper from 11 to 16. And there's a couple of guys here.
My boy Shaheed.
Shaheed, yep. That's good value at 142.
I should him probably instead of Mitchell.
Yeah, absolutely. Mitchell is just going to get hurt again.
No, AD Mitchell, the rookie from Indy.
Oh, okay.
I reached there a little bit. I probably should have taken Shaheed. I like Shaheed. He's a big play guy. You can get lucky, start on the right week. He catches a bomb and a couple others, and you have 20.
Jahan Dotson falls in the same category. You know what I mean?
I like him too. Yep.
Yeah. And what, a 171? It's worth. I mean, look, this is when you just throw a dart, see if it sticks. So nice job by the returning champ, baby. He doesn't have Tua and Tyreek Hill this year, so it's gonna be tough to put up all those points again.
Now we're back down to last but not least Rico. Our boy picked right amongst all of us.
Yep.
The 10th spot, right?
Yep. Look, and considering that's what happens, man. We got AJ, which AJ gives you numbers. I think this year he's going to have a better season because they did a little work on that offensive line, and it's just a little question. So I mean, Saquon is not going to affect these guys' targets. So Puka's Puka, man. Love Evans at 34.
He's always underrated. He gets his 1,210 touchdowns.
And
every year we draft and nobody wants him. Every year he does the same thing. It's amazing.
If Drake wasn't available, that was going to be my guy. You know what I mean? That was going to be my guy. Kenneth Walker. Look, I'm not a fan of Kenneth Walker. That's why
you're calling for his head.
Yes. And James Conner is this guy that he's always going to get you when healthy, when playing. He's just a freaking monster when he comes to just carries, bro. He's going to get you touchdowns.
He's another one. Every year we think he's not going to be good anymore. He's going to get hurt. And, it's the game and, once in a while. But, like, when he plays, he's getting catches and goal lines. And it's like, man, every year I don't take this guy, and he's always really good.
Like the Raheem Mostert pick at 82. All right. Kittle is Kittle.
20 touchdown guy from a year ago in round 7. It's not bad.
Yep. And you know what? He took a risk here, and I think it's going to pay off because Caleb Williams looked really great on. And if you notice, he picked Odunze and Caleb Williams back to back, so you know where he's going with that. So I think Caleb at 111 is great value. So Gabe Davis,
that's his starting quarterback, Caleb.
Yep, yep, that's starting quarterback, and Baker is his backup.
Okay,
give me a sleeper.
Yesterday,
give me a sleeper from 11 to 16 because there's not much to pick a sleeper for. So absolutely. I think
he's going to be the receiving back. He showed some nice flashes last year. He just couldn't sustain it.
Nope. He likes what's his name?
Dumping it off. They're going to have the old New Orleans Saints offense with Javonte and Jaleel, like Ingram and Kamara.
Yep.
And I like McLaughlin a lot. That was a good pick.
I like the fact that he's eventually gonna end up getting some burn. I mean, if Javonte has had a history of getting injured, so he could be that. He's gonna be starting. He's gonna start a few games this year. He's gonna definitely start a few games this year. All right, man. Damn, Frank. Look, we did it a little. Yeah, not bad, man. We did it better than last year. A little bit over an hour. I think we gave some speed tour kind of style here. But we covered a lot, man. And shout out to the league, bro. Thank you for jumping on. Thank you, everybody, for watching. And the rest of the league, man.
Had a good time.
Yeah, man. We got to do this again as the season starts. Get a break. Yep. This is where life becomes interesting. And good luck to everybody, man.
Joe is going to be after week 1.
Yeah, we'll do the recaps. Will start after week 1. Week 1 will be every Tuesday. I'm targeted for Tuesdays. I got my normal. Anybody, whoever wants to come on.
Guys, get in there, man. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, man. Let's do this.
Talk to Peachy for an hour. It's a good time.
It could be more than one person. You know what I mean? It's actually when we do the recaps a lot less. Because it's probably more like 30 minutes. You know what I mean? Because it's actually it's the 12 team. So, Frank, thank you, buddy. Appreciate you jumping on.
No problem, man.
The boys in the chat. Thank you, boys.
Love you guys.
See you next time. Peace out.